we are going to make a Michaelangelo signature dish, which people used to come from miles away to eat my stepdad's stuffed shrimp. And I'm going to show you everything we have to do today to make this happen. This is something that's been done for over 2 decades now. So the ingredients we have: jumbo lump crab meat, Worcestershire sauce, a grain mustard, some fresh spinach, a lemon, red pepper. We have brie, but we can also use mascarpone cheese. We have baby bellas, a sweet onion or a Vidalia onion, and some panko breadcrumbs, and the young garlic. That's the garlic that's inside the garlic. It's not the bigger cloves, it's the smaller cloves. They're a little bit sweeter. And the star of the show, big old tiger shrimp. Okay, first thing we need is a really, really sharp knife, because we have to dice up the sweet onion and the red pepper and the mushrooms. And so what we want to do, we'll make sure we'll cut our hands off, right? And let's get everything, all the bad wrappings off the onion. What we want to do is we want to saute this onion so it gets nice and soft. It'll get, let's see here. All right. It'll get translucent, sorry. This is an easy way to dice an onion and not lose too much of the onion to waste, which is that area right by the root, the bulb of it, end of it, whatever it's called. And if you still want to cut the onions up a little bit more to a finer dice, just take them and do this. Keep your hands out of the way. Make sure your fingers don't get cut off, right? Okay, next we're going to do a red pepper. I'm going to dice this up nice and no seeds, right? And try to dice this up as best as possible too. Remember, when you cut, you always want to keep your fingers in. Let the knife go off your knuckles. This way you don't lose any fingers. And we'll dice this up and be done with it in 2 seconds. Good. This down, right? He wants to eat a dirty mushroom. Yep. So we're going to dice up the mushrooms as best as we can. All right. You probably want to dice up probably about half this container, because the mushrooms actually give the stuffing really, really good flavor, especially once they cook down. This is called chopping the mushrooms. Get them nice and fine. This way they cook down easy. And you don't have like a big mushroom. For people that don't like mushrooms, you don't want them to get a big piece of mushroom in their mouth when they're eating it. So this is nice and fine, and they're not going to get that big chunk. but you'll still get the flavor. Some people don't like the consistency or the texture of mushrooms, so that's why we do that. All right, so we have our peppers and onions. We've got our mushrooms diced, right? Now we need our garlic, and again, I'm using the little tiny bulbs of the garlic. They're a little sweeter. All you want to do is hit them and mash them. You pull away the skin, and then we can dice them up. I'm going to dice the onion fine because, again, nobody likes to get a big chunk of garlic in their mouth. I like garlic, but most people don't like to chew on a huge piece of garlic. One thing I forgot about were the shallots. Duh, it's like one of the main ingredients. We need 2 shallots for this, and we're gonna dice them up just like the onions, but the shallots give it a nice nutty, hearty flavor. The shallots have a lot of flavor, so you really want to dice them up pretty fine. Just like the onion almost. All right. While I'm peeling the shallot, I'd like to acknowledge my fantastic video producer, Tatum Salco, do all the edits and everything for a video so that we can share this with our family who's trying to cook this at home. This is why I'm making this video. Tatum, would you like to take a, let me just show everybody Tatum. Hello.
Hello. All right, anyways.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna use 3/4 of a stick of butter. The butter's the base of this thing. It makes it really tasty. So I don't like to cook with butter. I do in this instance. All right, so we chopped up our little baby garlic. And we're gonna dice this up again too. Just because nobody wants a big chunk of garlic in their mouth while they're eating a Michelangelo's delicious stuffed shrimp. Watch your heat with the butter, because you don't want it to burn. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Now, because of the garlic, I like to do it like this. This is my personal preference. I like to put the garlic in first. Then, on top of the garlic, I like to put the shallots. The shallots have so much flavor. Right? And what we'll do is we'll salt and pepper this. I've got another 1/4 stick of butter waiting to go. We'll probably need a little bit more butter than this. What we want to do is we want to see those shallots and those that garlic either turn a little translucent or get a little bit brown. Not too much though. Okay. So we've been sauteing these in butter for about 2 minutes. They're getting nice and soft right now. Now, I did forget to tell you about the shallots. So when we took that whole onion, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take about half of that onion. All the red pepper. And you know that other onion you can save for later. I'm sure there's a couple more dishes you can use that require sweet onion. You keep salt, pepper in these things as they cook. Okay, onions are starting to get a little translucent, which is good. So this is the point where I actually put some more butter. I'm going to double down on the butter because we're going to add the mushrooms next. All right, at this point we got the butter really melting. So we're going to add our baby bellas that are diced as much as we can dice them. All right. And salt and pepper again. And as these little baby bellas cook, you're going to see a really nice froth develop from them. Especially when they mix in with the butter. We're just gonna keep cooking these down. Just watch your heat. Keep moving them around. Make sure that you don't let them sit too long. Burn along the sides. And see, there's starting the juice that's starting to be formed there. We're going to put the spinach in next, and the crab meat. I like to put the crab meat in almost at the end because it's already this crab meat it's already pasteurized, right? Line caught, pasteurized, premium. And so, look at that juice. Look at that. Look at that. It's nice. Now we can get ready to put this in. And remember too, I'm not cooking this all the way because we actually have to put these in the oven, stuffed in the shrimp, so it's actually going to bake more as it's cooking in the oven. So we're going to put the crab meat in. Oh, it looks like dog food. It's not dog food, it's great crab. I promise. Alright, let's mix this around. Get it all mixed in there. The spinach is going in next. Then we're going to take all of this and we're going to dump it into a bowl and let it cool down, and we're going to put some extra ingredients in after everything is cooked. Alright, we're going to keep mixing it around. And at any time, if you want to add more butter, you can add more butter. It's all personal preference. I'm pretty much done salt and peppering it because the crab has a little bit of saltiness to it. Okay, we're on to the last stage of cooking or sauteing the stuffing. I put another little tiny dab of butter in there because I wanted to get a little bit more of that flavor and the juice going. We're gonna dump in the spinach. Right, you're going to fold it in as you get it. The stuff will wilt pretty fast. I'm just going to use one bag. That's really all you need. This is baby spinach. So as you put it in, just make sure you're folding it through, pushing it down. It may look like a lot, it might scare the heck out of you. You might have used too much spinach, but actually, you didn't. Because by the time it cooks down, it's practically nothing. Okay, we're on the last step, right? See how the spinach, that's the whole bag of spinach cooked down, right? Just keep turning it. Pretty much nothing in there. It's nice, even stuffing right now. Okay. We're going to take all this stuffing, we're dump it in a bowl. And we're going to let it cool down a little bit. Look at that. You could really eat this right as a meal itself, but we're going to use it to stuff shrimp. Okay, now that the stuffing has cooled a little bit, we add 3 more things to this top secret recipe. All right, the first thing is a lemon. I'm gonna squeeze about a half a lemon in there. Get a nice citrus flavor. I'm just gonna do like a half a lemon. All right. The next thing is Dijon mustard. I like the green mustard. So I'll take it. It's 1 teaspoon. That's it. You don't want to overkill it. All right. And the last piece is Worcestershire sauce. And this is only 1 teaspoon too. Pop that in there. Take it. Stir it up. Now, if anybody likes a spice, we did in Michelangelo's used to add a little hot sauce to it. And that could be any hot sauce of your liking, but I'm not going to do that because not a lot of people in my family like spice. Okay, we got our tiger shrimp, black tiger shrimp to be exact. Right, these are 610s, and they're easy peels, which means they cut them down the back here, which is fantastic for anybody who has to prepare these things. So what you want to do is you want to take the shell off with the legs. And you can also save the shell and make like a shrimp stock later, but you don't have to. And so we're going to take it and we're going to cut right down the top here. And these are already cleaned. All right. And so we're going to spread them out like that. Now you can put these in regular little ramekins, or what I found is a lot easier. You place them right in a cupcake tray. Okay, so we've cut open all the shrimp, filleted them, stuck them in a nice little cupcake. And because I'm not gonna cook these right now, I'm gonna do one for me and my producer, Tatum Salco, to try. And this is the one I'll show you once it's done cooking. But basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a little, we don't wanna overpower it, but we're gonna take a little bit of a teaspoonful. We're gonna lay it right on top of that shrimp like that. All right? Just to cover it, just enough. Then we're gonna take a dollop of mascarpone cheese and lay that on top like that. Then we're going to put this in the oven on broil, because we're gonna cook it real fast, and then right before we take it out, and it's only gonna take about 5 minutes, but right before we take it out, we're gonna put some panko breadcrumbs on, crisp up the breadcrumbs, and away we go. Six minutes. We're almost ready. So we broiled the shrimp for 6 minutes, right? And we're at 11 seconds here. So we're gonna finish it off. Okay. So now if you can see this, Tatum, we have a nice little, right? We're just gonna dump some panko breadcrumbs on top. We're gonna toast them really quick. Like literally for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna put it on a plate. Okay. Oops. Look how nice those breadcrumbs came out. See how nice and brown they are? Not too brown though, right? And so we got the shrimp in there. And you got the butter. Look at the butter melted nicely. Ooh yeah, baby. Here we go. I'm gonna dish these out. Get that stuffing back in there. And then we're gonna take the rest of the butter sauce and drip it all over the shrimp. And voila! Signature stuffed shrimp. Now we gotta taste it.
Michelangelo's.
Are you going to taste it, Tatum? You're not a shrimp fan, are you?
I love shrimp, but not that type.
No.
I only like coconut shrimp.
Ah. Well, maybe we can get Mommy or... you know what? Somebody else taste it. Since nobody else wanted to try the shrimp, I'm going to try the shrimp. Because this was my favorite appetizer at my favorite restaurant in the entire world. Mike Suchy made this. And it is fantastic. I'm going to do a little hot sauce. Mmm. Just like we did it decades ago.